Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Game on Cloud 9 here, and today I have to share my thoughts on something very special that came out at E3. And yeah, I know, it's been a minute. I know you haven't heard from me. I know you haven't seen anything pop up on this particular channel too much. But you can't think that I would leave you hanging with something so special that just came out. You can't believe that for a second. We just got a crossover battles fan dream come true, sort of. Technically, this has already been fulfilled a little bit, but nonetheless, it's still a part of the whole crossover battles thing. And you guys know I love crossover battles. And what that is at E3 we got the announcement and actually trailer and some gameplay of a game called Jump Force. Now, if you aren't familiar with, there was actually a game previously that came out that's very similar to that of Jump Force. It's called J-Star's Victory Versus. Most of you guys probably know about the game. It comes as no surprise, but for those who haven't, I suggest you go ahead and look it up. And it's actually available to pick up. It's on PS4. Unfortunately, I was one of the few that did not get a chance to play J-Star's Victory Versus, or I played with it a little bit on one of my friend's consoles, but that's besides the point. I don't have a PS4. I don't game on PS4, and I know a lot of you guys are probably already saying, like, goodness gracious, man, go out and get one, but I'm a PC guy. I play on PC, I play Fall, I play all my games on PC, I even play Storm on PC. So I'm pretty much good on that. I don't see the point in getting a whole console for one thing. But anyway, moving back to the game, we see in the trailer, of course, Naruto running down a skyscraper, which I know a lot of you guys are going to make skyscraper jokes about that. You know, simply for the fact that, yeah, Naruto, I still argue that he could probably lift a skyscraper, depending on what mode he's in. I still argue that. So maybe that's this particular game will actually answer that question. I'm telling you, if he does, y'all better give me points on this. But anyway, going back to this, we see, of course, Naruto run down the skyscraper. We see Luffy jumping from building to building. We see Goku firing a Kamehameha. So all of them are facing off, and of course they're fighting against Frieza. And then at the end of the trailer, we see we see Light Yagami standing at the top of the building, looking down upon them, of course. And that's pretty much the end. So I'm going to tell you really quick. I think I'm already calling it, because this, based on what the guy was saying in the trailer, I can already tell, one, this is targeted towards Americans because they have the American flag in there, of course. So they're really trying to hit us hard with this one. Another thing is, too, if you notice, he's saying that they all team up, to defend our world. So, of course, they're not set within our world. They're set within a more realistic setting. Light is the only one I can think of. Well, I mean, of course, there's a bunch of other Shonen Jump characters that are in more realistic settings, but he's the more realistic one I could see. Maybe this is all set within the Death Note world, because as we know with Death Note, we know all the countries that are within our actual real world exist within Death Note. It's just that Light manipulates everything to his advantage. So one of the things I've been thinking about the plot for this game is, what if Light is somehow the master manipulator to cause these characters to fight, which I think is a very interesting thing to do. Actually, that's a very interesting way to start the plot. And of course, Ryuk, being as sadistic as he is, where he likes seeing, he just wants to have a good time, have fun. Of course, he's going to sit back and watch it. He's like, ooh, I want to see how interesting this is going to get. I want to see, how these guys are going to turn out. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be the whole plot line, because why else have Light at the very end of the trailer when you have all three of these guys facing off? I mean, yeah, of course, we know that, we know this is a bunch of, like, all three of those characters are very iconic, Goku, Luffy, and Naruto. But Light, to me, would make the most sense in this case to be the master manipulator, because otherwise it would be random to just have him stand at the top of the building. If you're going to have a character stand at the top of the building, why not have Ichigo? Why not have, I can't even think of the name of the guy, Deku, or, Izuru, that's what his name is. Izuru from My Hero Academia, then, because that's probably the most popular show out right now in terms of Shonen Jump, is My Hero Academia. So you would think, why not have him stand at the top of the building, or have, other characters? So that's obviously, to me, what they're trying to do with it, that Light is probably going to somehow get this whole thing started. Now, I'm not sure who else is going to be involved in this game, but I'm really hoping that the plot for this game ends up turning out to be very interesting. Now, the only thing that throws me off with this game that I consider, now this is just me thinking more in a logical sense, and I know it's anime, you can't really think completely logical with anime, but the power scaling for these characters in terms of plot reasons for their team up doesn't really make a lot of sense. Now, I could see Naruto and Luffy, or at least characters from the respective universes, teaming up against a common threat. I think the power scaling, or the power scaling for both of the series is close enough to where I can see them being able to aid each other in battle and it not feeling off. But something has always bothered me about putting characters like in Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Super in this case. I'm assuming this is going to be characters from Super. They're probably not going to leave Goku with like only his classic transformations. Being in a story with characters who are much weaker. Now, I know some of you out there might feel like Naruto can hang with Goku, and so can Luffy, and so can Ichigo, and so can Izuru, and so can all the other characters. Dude, I just don't see it adding up. I'm gonna be honest with you, especially if you've been watching, or if you watch Super, if you've already watched the whole series. And I don't want to spoil anything if people haven't finished the end of it yet, because I know there are some dub only fans. But if you just think of some of the abilities that Goku gets, or his strongest transformation yet, and that's not really a spoiler because Goku has a million transformations. Where this man might as well be beyond universal. Naruto barely took an attack. I'm not gonna say he barely took it, but he took an attack from a moon splitting in two. He was fine, but I feel like moon splitting, or maybe I'm not even gonna say planet busting. I feel like if Kaguya was probably the only one in the whole Naruto series that possibly could have busted a planet with that last attack that she had that took all of her chakra. And that's because I would say that Kaguya probably had the most chakra, or the most power in the series. Even though Naruto and Sasuke sealed her away, they sealed her. They didn't kill her. Is my whole thing with that. But not to get into the whole Naruto thing. Looking at One Piece, unless what's been going on in the Big Mom arc and the Kaido stuff, because I haven't watched or read One Piece probably in a while. I'm probably at least 100, maybe 200 chapters behind on One Piece right now. Whenever Big Mom, the arc started with that's where I left off at. So I only seen some of the stuff with Pudding or whatever. But unless the scaling went just drastically high, where they're now busting planets, and even if they're busting planets, in Dragon Ball Z they were doing away from the beginning. But the characters, I can't see that Goku fighting an enemy that's so powerful and needing the aid of Naruto and Luffy or somebody else. If he did need aid, I feel like he would need aid from someone on a similar scale of, to himself in order to actually be effective. If they fought against freaking Jiren, I don't see Naruto being able to help him fight against Jiren unless they just power down Goku. So I don't know, that kind of stuff always bothers me with plot lines when you do crossovers. I know Mad Star Media has done I think an anime war, or anime Avengers or something like that, and has all the characters fighting, and I'm fine with that. I would love to see these characters cross over. You guys know I would. But I'm always more about characters crossing over from universes that are either more similar, or or at least maybe there's some comparison with power scaling, not where they just outclass them completely, like they're doing some Tenga Toppan Gurren Lagann type stuff versus like Hamtaro, you know what I mean? Something like that. That's just, no, it doesn't work for me. But I'm still excited for the game, of course, and I'm guessing there's going to be a lot more characters other than what we saw in the trailer. I think that's just the characters that were available for the demo at E3, so that's where they went with those ones. But I'm thinking it's going to probably be all the ones that we saw in J-Stars, and then some from the new Shonen Jump series. Maybe we'll even see Dr. Stone in there and a few other ones, and just see where they take this. I know, of course, gameplay is the more important factor, because this is a game, so I'm hoping that it actually plays pretty decently. You know, it looks to be the same kind of game that you would see like with Storms, you know, some more of like the 3D fighter, which I like 3D fighters. I know a lot of people, some people don't like the 3D fighters. They like more of the 2D side-by-side, or more of like what you get with Dragon Ball fighters, which is cool. But, you know, I think sometimes the 3D fighters can be pretty fun. I like expansive open worlds. I feel like they... I guess they capture the sense of the anime a little bit better to me. That's just me personally, but everybody's entitled to their opinion on this. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with the plot. Like I said, I think Light is like gonna be that antagonist for this. I don't know if maybe he's gonna manipulate some of our most iconic villains to his side. Of course, that could be the thing. You know, or he might just sit back and watch, which I think would be more interesting. And then they have to find out who is causing all this to happen and for them to fight each other. But those are my thoughts so far on the game. There's not much more to go on for this game. But I guess if I were to say characters I would like to see make an appearance on there, I mean, I think, of course, all the characters that we got from before. I know we're only probably going to get the classic costumes of the characters that we like, but I would like to see maybe some costumes maybe from some of their movies, or maybe from some of the you know, from other arcs of the stories. You know, like it would be cool, you know, like what if you get like at least 2 costumes for each of the characters. I don't know, just something that kind of you know, plays a little bit more of a homage to the characters. But I don't know, we'll see what they do with the game. I'll keep you guys posted on this game. Before I close this video out, I do want to say a couple things. I know you guys hadn't gotten really too much content. I will be putting up another video probably tomorrow, for sure. Or not even probably, I will be putting one up tomorrow. But I definitely wanted to give you guys something pertaining to Jump Force today on this particular channel, just due to the fact that you know, my crossover battles have always been on here. It's always been a thing that we did on here. It's something that we all shared that was very special. So, you know, I definitely want to keep you guys informed about that and tell you my thoughts and theories on what I think is going to come up next. Might even be coming out with a new crossover battle soon if I can think of one that I think fits very well. But definitely you'll see me tomorrow. And anyway, guys, I hope everything's all been well. Oh, one more thing. You'll also be hearing from the Elite Ace soon too. Yeah, I know I'm calling him out right now, but Elite Ace, you know, he's talking about coming back too. I know some of you guys have probably been wondering where the heck he's been, so I'm just kind of letting you guys also, you know, giving you a little inside tip. If you guys watch Elite Ace, you'll probably be seeing him very, very soon too. So, you know, sorry about, oh, one more thing. I'm like constantly remembering things that I'm forgetting to tell you guys. I have a lot of Japan videos for you guys. I just came back from Japan, so you'll probably see, or I know you'll see because I've already like edited most of them, a lot of Japan videos that I'll be uploading, you know, with different kinds of content, like exclusive content. So look out for that. Anyways, without further ado, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for continue to be subscribed. Go ahead and hit that bell if you want to go ahead and get updates on the new content that will be coming up in the future. And other than that, guys, I will see you guys later. You guys have a great night, and thank you.